Aston Villa failed to take advantage of Manchester City's slip and go on top of them and actually be leveled on points with Liverpool at the top of the Premier League. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam. And Ipswich versus Aston Villa. What a game, people. What a game. I think it had it all in terms of really challenging each other to the core. And I think at the end of the day, the team that wanted more was going to be the win. I think that's the team that was going to take it at the end of the day. And in my case, in the way that I'm analyzing it, I was seeing this, I felt like maybe Ipswich wanted it more. In some cases, if Martinez did not do some of the point blank saves, Ipswich could have taken a victory or even won this game. They did their substitutes right on time, actually knowing the right players to put in different positions so that they can affect the game. Aston Villa were really tested. They were put under the sword. Every single thing that they were doing, they needed to answer for. And I felt like they had some chances, but they did not take it. Of course, they tried to do their magic charm, Duram, putting him in and hoping that there is a goal that comes in. But you know what? Ipswich, it seems like they were really ready for this young kid. He was not allowed to even influence the game going forward, even shooting the ball in the position of the goalkeeper. Somehow Ipswich were making sure that they disturbed him in the right occasions and try to put pressure under them. If you really and the way I'm talking about right now, it feels like maybe that's how the whole game was like. But if you try to look at the first half, if let's just take away the first 10 minutes of the first half, from after Ipswich scored that early goal in the 60 minutes, from that moment going forward, it was Aston Villa controlling the game. They should have scored so many goals. They created so many opportunities. They should have handled the business. They should have at least done something. And at the end of the day, it comes in as a 2-2 draw. And I just noticed that my title did not change. It ended up as a 2-2 draw, and I felt like Ipswich had to fight, had to put everything that they could to get something in the end of the game. Aston Villa had everything that it takes. They could have won this game, but nope. Ipswich had other stories, had something to prove, and I think they did prove it at the end of the day. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Watching this as a rival, watching it as looking at the way Aston Villa are playing, looking like a team that could actually go all the way into challenging, point of view. How do you feel? How do you look at this? How do you even analyze the game? What did Aston Villa do which was wrong? Did they took out some of their players early, or the players that they brought in were not really able to offer that much difference that we have come to understand of Aston Villa? They are a team that scored first, then the team comes from behind and the game becomes something else. And when the team comes from behind, they try to put pressure, they try to fight back and come back in the end, and they win the games. This has been Aston Villa's story all this long. We are used to seeing them fighting and winning the games even when they don't even deserve to be winning. But today something was different. Today Ipswich fought to the very end. At some point, I could feel that maybe there were players that should have gotten maybe second yellow cards, getting red cards, because there were so many tackles. And I felt like the officiating referee of this game allowed some of the crazy tackles to go on. So it was a good game. It was a challenging game. It gave us all what we needed to see in this fixture: determination, passion, tenacity, fighting to the very end. We saw it from both sides, but more into the Ipswich side. Like I'm saying, if it wasn't for Martinez, this should have been a different game, because Aston Villa really were put under the test. Ipswich, like I'm saying, they really wanted it more. They gave everything they could. They fought to the very end, but just could not get over the line. There were moments that they should have, if they'd taken the shots earlier, that could have been a different game. And I feel like as much as they are looking like they're improved, they're working so hard to become a better team this Ipswich time, I feel like decision-wise, they're still playing like a championship teams in terms of goal-scoring opportunities, especially those guys who are coming from the bench. Sometimes you need to take the goal shots early. You need to do this. Don't allow a centre-back who's behind you to come in and defend you when you have an opportunity to test the goalkeeper. Those are some of the things that you should be asking about. And in terms of in some chances like the one-on-one he had with the goalkeeper, how do you kick outside? How do you even kick it to the leg of the keeper rather than to jump him, especially when the goalkeeper has already gone down to show you that he's thinking that you're not going to go down? He should have been in control, the striker that had that opportunity, and done better. And that's what I feel like Ipswich are a team that is going to keep fighting. They do remind me of Luton sometimes when you watch the way they play. They will fight, they'll put everything, they will leave everything, every single sweat of the game on the pitch. They'll fight to the very end. But if you're not finishing the chances, if you're not taking advantages of all the opportunities you're creating, then exactly what is the purpose of creating those opportunities? What is the purpose of actually trying to fight and prove that you are a Premier League side? So if I'm McKenna, the manager of Ipswich, I know what I need to change. I know how to motivate the team and try to work on and make the game better. Of course, there were some stand-up players. I'm going to put them in the there right now on the screen so that you do see. I'm going to talk about them. Calvin Phillips looks like he's a player who's actually back and is now enjoying football, because we know under Manchester City, he felt like he was no longer the player we are used to. He's fighting. He's showing something. He's a destroyer, helping the team to build up and fighting to the very end. And that's what McKenna is looking for. He wants for fighters. If you're going to leave it on the pitch, if you're going to fight, if you're going to try to win no matter what, then McKenna is going to put some respect on. He's going to really enjoy and challenge you to actually do more. And that's one thing that I saw, that maybe Ipswich can really survive. Some of the games that they've played in this earlier part of the season have been really, really challenging, and I feel like they can improve. But on the other side, Ole Watkins scores a goal again. He's really enjoying an amazing time. Also, what's his name? Let me put that lineup up so that it becomes easier for me, because I'm trying to remember his name. The player that had an opportunity that they should have scored, that actually helped in terms of assists. What's his name? Oh, Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey has actually become this player that has actually created, has been involved in so many goal involvements since Jack Grealish was at Aston Villa. So you can see how much he's working on to become the pivotal man. And Duram, we are used to you coming in and running the show. What happened today, my brother? I felt like at that moment Aston Villa were tired. So Duram, he expects the team to create something for him going forward so that he can take advantages of the opportunities that are created. But at some point when you were watching the game, you could see that, okay, he was not really able to continue. He was not even able to take advantages of the spaces ahead, because most of the times he was now spending defending, trying to stop Ipswich from taking advantage of, from scoring goals on the side of Aston Villa. And that's how the game was at the end of the day. Onana still showing like one of those best players, really enjoying his moment, really enjoying his time at this team, because they are really good. Omari Hutchinson, I felt like he should have done more for Ipswich. This game could have gone even well more. I was really impressed by Sam, the captain of Ipswich. This guy leaves it on the pitch every single time he is just the stout guy. He's small and he fights to the very end, and I really enjoyed that work rate. The work rate that Ipswich does offer to the team, it's unbelievable, people. And I'm telling them, if they continue with this, they will get some teams that are lower than them. They will get some teams that they can take advantage of this and actually win games. So my players that I'm calling out in terms of really performing well, I'm not going to vote and say Ole Watkins was the man of the match. I'm actually going to say the goalkeeper of Aston Villa was the man of the match. Emiliano Martinez, he worked so hard to keep this team in the game. He worked so hard to keep them going. But anyway, that's how the game came on. Like, in terms of stats, look at how the difference was. It was 43 to 50 something percent. But every single time Ipswich were going forward, they looked like the team that was really going to threaten. They looked like they are the ones who wanted more. And even the stats are showing it. If you are looking on the screen, you can see that they actually challenged the goalkeeper of Aston Villa more than what Aston Villa did. And that has to be a problem if you're an Aston Villa player, because they had 5 shots on target to 3, 15 shots overall to 7. Look at the touches. If Aston Villa were dominating their passes, they did as well tackles. But look at how Ipswich had so many corners to nil. I've never seen a team that goes the whole entire game without even a shot on target. That has not happened, especially a team in the top 4. Well, Aston Villa just did it today. And I felt like in that situation, that's where things do not really go the way they wanted. But all in all, it was a good game. And I think if you're an Ipswich supporter, you really go home saying that you really enjoy that. The fight from the team, the tenacity from the Ipswich team, it's really, really exciting. And I cannot wait to see how far this goes. But anyway, people, I'm going out because I'm about to watch Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspurs. There are some players that are missing from this fixture, people. And I'm going to really read the lineups to you before I go and put it on the screen so that you can see, because I've just seen it. I think United fans, you won't like this one as I go for United Swans. It's Ahmad, we have Mazraoui, we have De Ligt, we have Lissandro and Dalot. That's, of course, what we're used to in terms midfield. It's Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford. So it means they're playing about a 4-2-3-1 formation. Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, Manuel Ortega playing his first start of the game, and Kobe Mino. Up top is Joshua Zexi. On the other side, we have, of course, Vicario, we have Udoji, we do have Christian Romario, Pedro Porro, also Mickey van der Ven, that's the defense, Madison Kulusevski, as well as Bentancur, that's the midfield. Timo Werner is back into the lineup, Dominic Solanke, as well as Brennan Johnson. Who is missing? Son is missing for Spurs. Is out because of the injury he suffered. We thought he would be back, but he's still out. On the other side, Eric Ten Hag decided to drop Ahmad. I don't know what to think about that one, people. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section as an Ipswich fan as well as an Aston Villa fan. What did you think of the game? What did you think of the performance? Let's see what happens. I'm going to the United game. We'll be back for the reaction. Don't forget to join us. Click the like button. Subscribe to the Connect. We are out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan